Good afternoon, Isabella. How are you doing today?
I'm doing okay.
Doing okay. What's been going on with you lately? I haven't seen you in a little while.
Um, I've still been at work. Um, I've been uh not doing a lot actually. Um, I've been getting my kids ready um to see their father this weekend. So they're excited, but yeah.
Okay. Well, I just want to start off by saying that anything that happens in this room is confidential. It just stays between you and I just want to remind you, unless that's something that involves you hurting yourself or others, okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, it says that, or you said that you've been working still. How's that big project going?
It's going okay. Um, I've been working on, divvying out the responsibilities a little bit more so there's less on my plate, but you know, makes me feel a little bad, not doing all that I was and now making others do more. But that's the
Okay.
work.
Okay. So I want to try something today, with thoughts and kind of some of the things that you said. I noticed a lot last time and a lot this, and you just kind of did it now, so I just thought I'd bring it up, about, saying like I feel like I'm not doing enough or I feel bad about myself because of that. Would you say that's kind of accurate that you do say that a lot?
Yeah. Yeah. I do say it a good amount.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna try something called thought reframing. Have you ever tried that before?
No, I haven't. I don't know what that is.
Okay, so thought reframing is just taking something that you think about yourself, whether it's negative or positive, or just something right down the middle, neutral. Um, we're gonna take that thought and just work to reframe it into something else so that it's more positive feeling, so that we can start working on some of those emotions that you've been struggling with. So you say that you feel bad that you're not getting the work done with because you used to do so much and now you're not doing as much. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's try to reframe that thought into something more positive. What would be your first way to think of something more positive with this?
Um, the projects have been getting done faster.
Okay.
Normally it would take me longer to do it myself. So by splitting it up, it kind of made the process faster, and the client's been happy so far with the progress.
Okay. So, and how does that make you feel when clients are happier about the process?
It makes me happy because I know that it's good work and that they're happy. So I'm happy that they're happy.
Okay. Yeah, so that's kind of one way that we can do some thought reframing, that if you kind of think something negative, just kind of think of something positive about it. So, you said in the beginning, I feel bad that I'm not doing all of this, all of the work that I used to do, but you reframed it into a new thought of I'm dividing work and things are getting done faster, which makes me happier. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes
Okay.
it makes a little bit of sense. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll start working on some of that throughout our sessions and just kind of when we notice it, just working on reframing our thoughts. But I'm glad that you're working to start dividing work, working towards getting better at work with dividing your work and making your clients happier, which is making you happier, which is something I definitely want to hear. So then you mentioned that you were getting your kids ready for the weekend to go see their father. How was that going?
Um, Stressful. They're excited to see him, but I'm nervous. They're he's flaked before when he said he's gonna come and pick them up, and then they're upset and I'm upset, and I can't, I just don't know what to do at that point because it just they're upset and I can't make it any better because I can't make their dad come, and I'm left to deal with the fallout and he just goes about his life, you know. So
Yeah.
I
Okay. Um, yeah, so that definitely sounds very stressful, and definitely something that we want to continue to work on. So let's try something called like different thought journals. Have you ever tried doing thought journals?
no, I've never really been a journaler.
Okay. Um, would this be something you would be willing to try, or um, would you like to hear about it, or is this kind of like journaling just kind of shut you off?
um I don't know. Explain it to me first and then I'll decide because,
Okay.
I just want to know first,
Yeah, absolutely. So thought journals or behavior journals, or mood journals, you can kind of write it out however you want. It's not like your normal journaling where you're writing about your day and what happened and things like that. You're writing something very specific. And sometimes writing things out can help you process things better because you're hearing them more and you're seeing them more. And then you can kind of find those correlations, which I know that's something you do with your work. So doing that with your thoughts might be some way to help you kind of organize your thoughts. So basically, what you do is you would write in there, the thought was, I don't know what to do about my kid's father. So we could do that and then do some almost like thought reframing, but it's just physically writing it down throughout the week when you're not with me to help you reframe your thoughts. Um, and then you rewrite and say something along the lines of, why am I feeling this thought? Well, I feel this thought because my ex-husband often leaves the kids and I don't know what to do. And this is the fallout from that. The kids act this way, and then find some way to reframe it. And, rewrite it and just be like, okay, well, because of the fallout, I know these fallouts happen often, so I know that, my son and daughter are going to do this. So maybe I can plan ahead of time to do this to kind of offset that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. It just seems like a lot of work to do that. I'll think about it and I'll try it out a couple times, and if we come to the next meeting and I still like it, I'll do it, but there's a
Yeah.
chance that I might not like it. So maybe if you could try to think of something in case I don't like it, you know?
Yeah, for sure. We can definitely work on that and do some thought reframing and just focus more on doing more like individual thought reframing rather than journaling. And I'll try to think of other ways that I can help you. Okay. Um, so I know that we haven't talked about it as much, but what is your relationship like with your ex-husband?
Um, Basically non-existent. I I only get texts when he wants to visit the kids and he expects that I respond immediately, like always, and he wants me to cater to his plans and not mine. And if I refuse to have my kids visit him, or if I say that we're doing something and he can have them next weekend, he threatens to go to court again and ask for visitation, saying that I'm withholding his kids from him. But I don't know. He gets on my nerves, and whenever I get a text from him, it's just another headache in my day, knowing that I'm going to have to deal with him on top of everything in my life when I just really don't want to be dealing with him, you know?
Yeah, I totally understand. It sounds like a really stressful situation for you. Um, what is the best way that you think I can help right now?
Mm. Honestly, I don't know, ways to not punch him in the face when I see him. I don't know.
Okay. Well, we definitely don't want you hurting anybody. So we will definitely continue to work on that. Um, Yeah, that does definitely sound like a stressful situation, and we definitely don't want you to punch anybody. So, we're gonna continue to work on that. I think we should set up another session and work on some goals and see how we can help each other and or I can help you and you can help yourself. Does that sound like a good plan?
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. And I'll try not to punch anybody.
Okay. Well, if you do have anything that you need throughout the week before I see you next week, why don't you give me a phone call and then we can talk about it? Because I want to make sure that you're not getting to that point either. If you need me earlier than next week, then we can meet earlier, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Perfect. Well, I will see you next week, and if there's anything you need, like I said, give me a call. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
No, not today.
Okay, perfect. Well, then I will see you next week.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.